Hello everyone, xHedra here, bringing you episode 8 of Forever Stranded, a mod pack by Gaming with Sheridan. In the last episode, we finally closed off the base and made it safe, so that mobs would no longer be able to spawn in the base or come inside. And so we'll be able to start concentrating on quests. I want to start with the tips and tricks, and today I have two. One from Denis Kam, one of my subscriber, who told me about the stone shears. To be honest, I had already seen the stone shears in the pack, and I had answered this comment by saying that I thought they were going to be taken out. But I've changed my mind, and I think that they're not taken out because once you get to infinite cobblestone, you can pretty much either sieve gravel and get iron shears, or use a stone shears. So I think that they're there to stay. And they don't have a lot of life, so it's not like they're super OP anyway. So I'm going to use them from now on to take care of my water. Because we can always get infinite cactus, that's why we had set up the wall. But since I'm going to be working day and night now, I don't want to have to break up my wall. Because that would mean every time I break my wall, I have to kill all of the mob before opening the wall. So I'm going to transition to using the leaves. And the beauty of using the leaves is that brings me to the second tip and trick, which comes from Whisper Fire. And that one I had seen in a video, but I really not thought about it. Like it had completely escaped my mind. You can see pretty much anything, so why not leaves? And what do they bring you? Well, in this mod pack, Shearing Leaf brings you Pam's harvescraft gardens. And if you guys don't know what gardens are, they're basically something you put on the ground and break, and you get from 2 to 3 food item. And if you're in dire need of food, this is great, but that's not the nice part of it. The nice part of it is that with Pam's harvescraft, you can always transform any food item into a seed, which means we'll get every type of food just by doing this. So I already have 2. I'm going to go and plant them to show you how powerful they are. So I'll put the first one down here, which is a shaded garden, and I break it, and I got mushrooms, sweet potatoes, and radish. And I'm going to put a second one down. And from this one, I got raspberry, rutabaga, and cotton. So this is really amazing. I'm going to transform all of these food items and add them to my garden. Except the cotton. The cotton is used to get string, and whenever I want string, I can just infest a tree, so I don't really care that much about it. But the others I'm going to put down so that we can start collecting them whenever we have a chance. And the sweet potatoes and the radish. And I've been neglecting the collection of the food because I didn't really need it. But the most important is I've been neglecting the sugar cane, and those I'm going to need. So let me put this all down away, and we'll start talking about today's quest. At the same time, I will also be starting this seed because I want to start getting life as fast as possible, and it's a long quest. And at some point, I'm probably even going to need to concentrate on that quest. So let's look at the quest book. Today, we want to take care of blast coke. So if you have had a look through the manual, you will need a few things to start. We need to create 4 coke brick and 4 blast brick, and the goal of this is to create the coke oven and the blast oven. Both are 3x3 structures. I showed you in the engineer manual last time, and let's look at both of them. So the coke brick is made from bricks and clay and sandstone. Sandstone, well, there's sand everywhere. That's going to be easy. And clay is super easy. Clay is basically one piece of dust in water, which I'm going to automate right next to here. And the reason I'm going to automate it is that, like I said, it's a multi-block structure, so 3x3x3, which means 27, which means we need to create 14 times this recipe. So it's 4 clay per block, so we're going to need 14 block just for the clay, and another 14 block for the brick. So that's 28 clay. And then let's look at the blast oven brick. The blast oven brick is 4 nether brick and 4 brick. So we need another 14 block of clay. So in total, we're going to need 14, 28, 30, 14, 28, 38, 46. No, sorry, 42. We're going to need 42 clay. So we might as well automate it. And we're going to need the nether brick. That's going to be the annoying part. Because the nether brick, it's 1 redstone per nether brick, and it's a whole bucket of lava per nether brick. And we need to create this recipe here 14 times. So 14 times 4 is 48. We're going to need 48 nether brick. Fortunately, we already got 6 from the quest reward, and this is going to give us another 6. So that's 12. So 48 minus 12, we're going to need 36. So we're going to need 36 bucket of lava and 36 redstone. And we currently have 19 bucket of lava. So we're still missing, to be able to complete that quest, we're still missing 17 buckets of lava. Now that's going to take some time, which is why we're not going to complete this quest today. But we're going to complete the quest today, but we're not going to create the 2 oven today. So let's get started with the automation immediately. First, I'm going to grab one of those barrel here because I need it for the clay. And I'm going to look how many pipes, and I have enough pipes. I don't have enough transfer node, and I don't have enough liquid. I don't have any liquid transfer node. So let's create those, and we'll get started with setting up outside. I'm going to create another bucket for my node, my water node, sorry, liquid nodes. And it's I'm going to need 2 pipes, and I'm going to need the stones. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that's the 4, and I need to take this out because I need some chests. Let me create the 4 chest set. I'll put this here, and I'll put this away now. I'll keep the redstone on me because when I automate it, I want to show you what it looks like. So I'll be able to immediately start the process so that you can see it in action. And I want 4 of those drawers, so let me create, so that's 2, that's 4. I'm going to create the drawers because that's how I like automating it, because the beauty with the drawers is you get to see what's in them if there's more than 64. So I have all of my drawers, and let's go do the setup now. We'll start with the clay, which is the easiest of the 2. We'll put a barrel down here and a transfer pipe on top and a transfer node on top of that. And we'll put the barrel, derp. We'll put the barrel on top, and this is where the dust will go in. Now we need to bring water to it, so let's just connect it to the other one, and the water should be coming through right now. Perfect. I need to break, well, I don't need to break this, but I'm going to make this nicer anyway. And I'm going to put the output right next to it, right here, to occupy the hole. So another transfer node to get the clay out, and let's bring it up right next to it. So another transfer node here and a drawer right there. And it doesn't matter that the drawer connects here because it's water, and water doesn't go into drawers. So that's automated. And let me show you, do I have any dust? No, I don't have any dust, but I have a compressed stone hammer. So let's just, 1, 2, 3, I'm just going to get a couple. And we already know the count, we're going to need about 48. So we'll just put 48 later in. I'm just going to put this in so you can see. So dust gets grabbed by the transfer node, goes into the water, and comes out as clay. This is a very fast process as long as you have water. Now, since when all of these are drained, it's going to slow down. So this is automated. Now let's go and automate this process here. So for this one, that's why we needed the liquid transfer node. We're going to put a liquid transfer node here, and we're going to connect it to the barrel like so. And I put this on top. Then I need a item transfer node, and again my drawers, and I'm going to put a drawer on top, and I'm going to put it beside, but I'm going to go yeah, I'm going to go right here. No, I don't want to hide my bucket, so I'm just going to put it here. And I should be using my compressed stone hammer so that at least I'm getting more dust while I'm doing this. And I'm going to put back down 1 sand, and the node, the pipe, sorry, and the drawer. And now I took those 4 redstone so that I could show you. Put 4 in, they get collected by the transfer node, put into the lava, and we get netherrack, which we're going to have to cook. So I've automated, well, semi-automated. And the reason I say semi-automated is that I need to fill this manually and I need to fill that manually. And redstone is so important that I don't want to fill this with all of my redstone, so this will never be fully automated. And I'm probably going to use this also for endstone at some point, which is glowstone instead of the redstone. So I'm going to have to get a little bit of dust. So what I'm going to do is, like I told you, I want this floor to occupy up to here. So this is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want this cobblestone floor 6 around the whole ship so that I can place my automation and my machines. From this side to the end of the cactus is going to be grass, and on the other side I haven't decided yet. That's probably where I'll put my livestock and stuff like that. So I'm going to go into a time lapse right now where I'm going to be collecting this as dust. I'm going to put enough dust in here to be able to create the 48 clay that I need, and then I'm going to go and compress the rest and sieve it to get the redstone that I need. So the redstone I needed 36, so 36 minus those 4, so I'm going to need 32. So I'm going to go into my time lapse now and get back to you as soon as possible. See you soon, guys. And we're back. So unfortunately, we were not able to get enough redstone, but like I said, I want to complete the quest, but we don't need to complete the whole creation of the 2 ovens, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put all 30 in here, and I'm going to collect whatever is available and start cooking it. And it's important that we start cooking it because it's going to take a while, and we want to have it for when we complete the blast oven. And the clay, we have 43. We need 48 clay, so we're still missing 5 clay. Oh, and I have 5 sand. It seems to be... no, I'm not going to use those 5 sands. I've not finished cleaning up the base, but I've done a good part, which you should have seen in the time lapse, and if you haven't, here it is. I've cleaned up all the way over here till the end here, and all the way to the mob section there. And as part of cleaning up the base, I want to remove all of this because this is all space where I'm going to put some automation. So I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to use a hammer to get my 5 dust, and I'm going to go put the 5 dust that we needed. So, and I'm only going to do the 5 because right now I just want to move on with the... Oh, I said I'm only going to do the 5 and then I do a bit more. That's me. When I start cleaning something, I have to clean it all. So let's go put that in the automation chest. And now we're going, like I said, we needed 48 because we need 3 times 16. And in the 3 times 16, 2 of those 16 time needs to be transformed into brick. So I'm going to break all of that, and I'm going to bring it here and start cooking it. To cook the rest, I'll put it there. So now I have 5. I'm just waiting on the brick right now. I also picked that up. I'd forgotten to put them in there last time. So while we're waiting for that to cook, I'm just going to finish cleaning up this section. And we're going to complete the quest, which was named Blast Coke. We have all that we need to be able to complete that quest. And I'm also going to remove this part here and this. I'm just going to keep somewhat of a ladder so that I can always come here when I need to. But that's it. And then probably next episode, we're going to extend this on the other side in preparation for building our base. Now, there's one thing that I've been ignoring on purpose, and those are secret chests. Because in this mod pack, Sheridan has put some good secret chests and some evil secret chests. And I didn't know if he was fine with them being shown in a video or not, so I purposefully ignored showing them. But he said that he was fine with us showing where the chests are and what they contain, so I'm going to be able to do that. And some of them are really troll, and some of them you have to be careful because let's just say that one of my playthrough I ended up dying to one chest. So we have enough to complete the quest, and that's the other thing I forgot to tell you. We need blaze powder, and we're going to need to create 14 set of this, so we needed 14 blaze powder, and we got exactly what we needed. So let's create... Oh, we just have enough for one set. Oh, no, okay. So the problem that happens here is that the 2 types of nether brick are not recognized. You have to do it twice because some were some that I cook and some that I received in a quest reward. So I'm going to need 2 more sand. See, that's why I didn't want to break the sand. I'm going to just grab 2 more here to transform into sandstone. And then probably have a ton of sand somewhere else. So now I have 2 sandstone. I'm going to put 2 clays all around. And I just need 8 brick. And 6. Wow. I'm going to watch clay cook. Isn't that nice? Do I have... Oh, I have a tree to take down, so while I'm waiting for that, I'll just go and take down those 2 trees. And we'll be able to complete the quest, and then after that, it's just a question on finding the missing redstone and gathering the rest. So, once the quest is completed, that's going to be my goal. I'm going to finish this episode with a short time-lapse, where I'm probably going to be getting the missing redstone that I need, and I'm going to put everything in the right place so that it starts cooking, and it's going to be something that we complete in the next episode. Should have my brick by now, and yes, so let's finish the quest. So Oh, not this. The bricks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And voila. Quest completed. And we're going to get 4 blaze powder, 3 clay, and 6 nether brick. So I didn't even need to create that much clay anyway. Which opens up the next quest. Let's read the next quest now. And the next quest is the one tool. You will need this tool for most job. Engineer's hammer. The engineer's hammer is very important because it's what helps you complete the multi-block structures, but it's also something that lets you create plates that are going to be used in pretty much a lot of the recipes. Let's look how the hammer is created. The engineer's hammer, if I remember correctly, it's a pretty simple recipe. Where is it? It's right here. It's 2 wooden stick, 2 iron, and 1 string. So 2 wooden stick, 2 iron, and 1 string. We'll complete it here so I have a bigger sense of accomplishment. Oh, we had more clay here even. So 2 iron and 1 string. And while I'm out here, I might as well just clean that out. And I'm burning up. So let's take a 2-second break. And that's the beauty of this. Look how fast it's going down. And I've been neglecting turning on my temp info because now that you have the cooling coil, it doesn't really matter all that much anymore, but I like having it for the time. So I'm going to try and remind myself to always turn it on. 2 iron ingot and 1 string makes an engineer hammer, and we've completed another quest. From this quest we get 1 loot chest and 1 reinforced storage crate. I don't really like the storage crate because, like, let's put one down. They look a bit bland and they don't have a lot of content and you can't see the content. But one big reason to use them, one reason why you might like using them, well, first of all, the reinforced one are creeper proof. But the one reason why they're useful is, let me put it right up here. If that was a chest, I couldn't look into it. But the crate you can access from any side and nothing needs to open. So that might be the one good thing about crates. And let's open the 1 loot box and let's hope it's not a troll one this time. 3 stone. You know what? I'll keep those and I'll use them. It's not like it really matters anyway. And while I was sieving, like, I left an oak leaf, which I really don't like, and I got a soggy garden. So let's put the soggy garden down and let's see what we got. More cotton, water chestnut. Oh, that's cool. And what was the third one? Oh, another spice leaf. Okay, we already have the spice leaf, so this one doesn't really matter. But let's go and replace this rice with this, and while we're here, let's collect whatever we can. Oh, and finally we got a second seed, so we're going to also replace this by another seed. So guys, we're done with this episode. I'm going to complete by hammering, getting more dust. I'm going to clear this whole section out because we're going to start putting dirt down here for the next part that I want to do. And I'm going to get the missing redstone. How many netherrack? So that's 25 netherrack that I'm going to put to be ready to cook. And we have none produced yet. So I'm going to be creating the missing redstone. And that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now! Here we go, it's on the night.